It's time for the next Ninja Foodi challenge, and today we're going with lentils, and we're going to make it a little bit spicy. So I tried this once, and now I'm going to alter the recipe a little bit, and so let's see what we're working with today. So we're going to start off with 1 cup of rinsed lentils. I've got a big bowl, which is a medium red onion. That was one change I made from today to yesterday. I've got 2 cups of little macaroni. I've got 1 can of diced tomatoes. I'm going to use several spoonfuls of minced garlic. I've got chopped carrots. I've got chopped celery, and I'm going to add some Chipotle Chili to kind of kick it up a notch. And on top of that, I'm going to add 3 cups of water, which is what the recipe calls for, and that worked out fine. But now I'm adding a little more vegetables and stuff, and I'm adding the macaroni. So I'm gonna have to kind of play it by ear and just add some water as needed in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna saute the onions for 3 or 4 minutes, get them all going. Once that goes, they start to reduce. Then I'm going to add the carrots and the celery and the garlic in there and get those around there for a couple of minutes, and then dump all the rest in and set it for 20 minutes and then slow release for 10 minutes. So let's see how it comes out. Alright, so I've got those right about where I want them after about 3-4 minutes or so. So let's add the vegetables and the garlic and cook that for another couple of minutes, and then we'll be ready to go. Now this isn't finished, but I've added the carrots, the celery, and 3 healthy spoonfuls of garlic, minced garlic, which I don't know, maybe that's 3-4 tablespoons. And we're going to stir this around just a little bit more and then add the beans and such. So now that I've got it submerged, I added 2 more cups of water, so that's 5 cups. I don't want it to run out of water, so it could be a little syrupy. And I added 1 tablespoon of the Chipotle Chili. I don't know if that's too much, but hey, let's kick it up a notch. So let me just give this a real quick little stir and then pressure cook it. 20 minutes, high pressure, and engage. So my background is I know how to barbecue, you know, throw hamburgers, hot dogs, steaks, and all that kind of stuff. I understand temperatures and all of that. Do I understand cooking? No, not really. So yeah, mixing ingredients and figuring out levels and all that, that is not my forte yet. So yesterday I made this, and it was minus the Chipotle Chili, it was minus the noodles, and it had a little less vegetables and no celery. And I said, you know what, it tasted kind of like chili, so let's spice it up. And I think that the celery will actually get soft, which is what I need. So let's go ahead and add the celery. And I was kind of thinking that I'd liked it to be a little beefy mac, so I wanted some elbow macaroni, but I had the small shell macaroni, so I thought I'd add that in. So 2 cups of that should give it enough noodles that macaroni that, oh yeah, I can see the macaroni, and hopefully I don't get the dreaded water thing, and I have enough, oh yeah, let me set that thing to seal, by the way. I guess we'll find out. So 20 minutes on high, and then you let it natural release for another 10 minutes. Release the pressure, and then we'll see what we've got. And then if it didn't kick it up enough of a notch, then maybe I'll add a little more chili, but I don't know. I added a little more garlic tonight as well because I didn't really taste any garlic. So the whole point of putting garlic in there, I think, is to kind of get a little bit of flavor in there. So 3 heaping teaspoons, 3 heaping, you know, regular spoons, which I think a spoon is a tablespoon over there. So 3 heaping, which, like I said, probably amounted to 4 or 5 tablespoons of minced garlic. Is that too much? I don't know. It called for 3 cloves of garlic, so we'll see. Come back in 30 minutes or so.
Well,
Well, nothing but good news so far. We finished the 20-minute pressure cook cycle, so apparently I put in at least enough water. So in 10 minutes we'll be able to release the pressure and see what we got inside. And because it takes 30 minutes for it to work, I went ahead and threw some pineapple sausage on the barbecue. God, those are good. Costco pineapple sausage. You don't need mustard. You just barbecue them, and oh God, they are good. So we're gonna have meat and beans tonight. So just like living in the West on the range. So hopefully this thing comes out and tastes good too. So I know the pineapple sausage will be good. Oh yeah. Look at those babies. So that is barbecued pineapple sausage. So yeah, I had enough time once I put this thing in there to go fire up the barbecue and get it out and warm it up and have a gas barbecue. So yeah, I still have 7 minutes left before this thing is going to be ready. So isn't that the whole point of like these Instant Pot foodies, is put it in there and forget about it and let you go do other things? Well, today we're doing other things. Finally fired up the barbecue after months. I can finally eat at least a little bit of meat. So yes, come on, 8 more minutes. We're good. Let's try it. All right, the pressure is being released, as you can hear, and so now we put the final touches on it, which is to add a teaspoon of salt and then some cracked pepper, and stir it in and stir it around, and let's see what we got. Oh man, I nailed it. At least in terms of the water. That's exactly how it looked yesterday when I didn't have all the macaroni in there. So now it's time to give it a little taste and see what we came up with. That could be a whole different story. All right, so there it is. Oh yeah, that was a little too much Chipotle chili. It's got some zing for your tongue. So I would probably cut that in half, and then you get just a little zing. I mean, it's not too much zing, but there's some zing in there for sure. So no heat, just some zing. But that's right where I wanted noodles and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to call this a success. This is lentils with vegetables and Chipotle chili in there. 1 cup of lentils, 5 cups of water, carrots, celery, onion, red onion, and only use half a tablespoon of Chipotle chili unless you really want some zing, and then a tablespoon. So yeah, a tablespoon was probably just a little bit too much, but that's much better with the macaroni in there. 2 cups of little small macaroni shells was what it did. So yeah, happy.